Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time with this rapid-fire free picks from today's card. And we have picks for you today from college football, NHL up there as well. And, of course, don't forget that big baseball game up here in L.A. It's going to be a big one. Dodgers and Padres, they've been talking all about it. So we're going to finally end the series today and find out who plays the Mets. And there's a path where the Dodgers will have to beat New York twice if they get past the Mets. And maybe the Yankees. That would be something if that happens. Or even the Padres. It might be a New York series after that. So we'll see how this rolls. Let's say hi to the Cappers, and then we'll get right to the picks. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much. We had a loaded NHL card. We've seen some good football, and then we also seen the Lynx with the big giant comeback and come back and outright the Liberty. See, didn't I say the Liberty equal Buffalo?
Yeah, that was a big loss on
Go Lynx.
5-game series.
That's fighting words in New York City.
Oh, I know it is. Come on, bring it. Oh, that's right.
I've been to a hockey game. The only pro hockey game I've ever been to was in Buffalo against the Rangers, and the crowd was more entertaining than the game.
I believe that.
I had a blast. We were kind of high up in the stands, and but they, politely going back and forth at each other. Yeah, it was nonstop the whole game. It was fun.
The whole game. Oh, that's what happens. Yeah, and those upper seats. It is the who's covering the cheapest seats. Yes, they do. Then, oh man, they get rowdy up there.
Rod was a good year this year. Let's say hello to Jorge. Jorge, what's going on?
Nothing, man. Just you're grinding away a little bit. Off to a great start in college football this week, 3-0.
Nice.
Trying to pick another gem out of the games today. My favorite time of the year is college football every day, or football every day.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't get Monday night, but now that they have it every day, you can isolate the games a little bit. I enjoy it. Of course, hey, the Dodgers came back. I was going to text you, Tony. I think it's still in my draft. Even my email reaching to you yesterday is still in my draft. I'm still battling my allergies a little bit, but I'm feeling good today. I was like, Roberts is going to blow it again if he keeps playing Freeman hurt. Well, he took him out, and they win 8-0. Let's see what happens today. He said he's going to play him again. I would sit him on the bench, man. It's going to be Bill Buckner, too. Sorry, I don't mean to jinx Dodgers, but I think that's what's coming.
Oh, no. That would be rough if that happens. If it was Bill Buckner, too. Let's say hello to Mindy, and Fred. What's happening, Mindy?
Yeah, Whitney is still mad at that call by the refs when it hit the Seattle Seahawks guy. Clearly, everyone saw it. And then they claim that they do not get the same views that we do at home, which is why I was wondering why it's been so bad this season. But, I mean, how can that be? You are in New York. You're supposed to get this stuff right. And, they claim they don't have it. All the views, right? I just think that's irresponsible by the NFL. It needs to get fixed quickly.
Yeah, maybe can we have Whitney bark when she likes the underdog?
I'll see what I can do.
All right.
All right.
I need to have someone come up to the door. Then you'll hear her.
Oh, yes. Amazon will be there if we had Amazon Prime. So we should expect something here.
Is that what it is? You hit the doorbell and then she goes nuts?
Oh, yeah. They hate that noise. They don't want strangers around. Yeah, exactly.
Most smaller dogs do that. They hear the doorbell. Like, hey, who are you?
Yeah,
it's like, Jesus.
Charlie gets pissed off. I'm talking to all you guys, and I'm not playing with him. After a while,
right.
he's had enough of it. He's like, no, here's my.
What this is, right? Like, you're not paying attention to me? How can it be? Yeah. Except yours is a little bit harder to carry than this one.
Oh, a lot more. Yeah, he knocks me over when we're on the air.
Let's say hello to Bo. Bo, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, everybody, man. Have come off a good day yesterday. Looking to keep passing these tickets.
Yeah.
It teased.
4-0 yesterday for Bo. Big day for Bo. Crushed it yesterday. All right, let's get rolling here.
Tony, you've been on fire this month too, so.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've really well this year, and I think I'd like to thank my man Steve Mackinnon for getting his software up. That was a great.
Hey, you know me. I've been on that since you've known me.
I know. What a big difference! It's what a big difference
it is. Oh, absolutely.
Yep, no doubt about that. All right, even Rod, even Rod got introduced to it. He knows.
No, it's the best, isn't it, Rod? Remember how awesome it was? I was like, hey, guys, where do you get your stats?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh, fantastic, man. Fantastic stuff there.
Fantastic.
Especially when you handicap every day. When you handicap every day and you get used to a really good stat provider, it really makes a difference, man. If you don't handicap every day, it's gonna throw you off. But as long as you do it every day, man, you really find some really good stuff there from the Mackinnon crew. The brothers there put together a really good stat program.
He has a little bit of everything, man. He has a little bit of how Rod does his handicapping. He has a little bit of how Mindy does her handicapping with models. But he'll do betting. They'll do betting models, and mine are team trends, right? I like all that. But I like team trends a little bit with the current team on it. You know what I mean? So it'll go back 2024, 2005. It really is a blend of all our styles.
85. He has the database from the computer group.
Right.
The 1 of 5. Only about 5 people have that.
I knew about that computer base because I know Mark Lawrence has it, but I didn't know he had it.
Yeah, the Mackinnon brothers have it. Yeah.
I didn't know he had it.
Yeah. And of course, they do good work there. Formerly they're DRF, then they went on their own because DRF is just upside down. It
went down from $99 to $30 a month.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that is fantastic. That is a steal. All right, let's see if we can steal from the books today with this college football. We'll start with college football. 3 games. They moved Memphis, South Florida to Saturday because of the hurricane situation over there. So let's get it underway here. We got Northwestern Maryland, UNLV back in action on Fridays. Maybe Friday's not their night. We'll see. And then we got Utah and Arizona State. I didn't like that too much. We start here with Rod.
Look at this. Utah taking on Arizona State, and that lines went up and down all over the place. And I'm going to take Arizona State plus the 6 points. I think they can keep it within that number for me there. It's just taking the dog at home, and Arizona State's been a scrappy bunch. And you look at Utah and who's starting. Who knows who's starting? It's one of those things. Utah's got a solid defense.
Action Network supposedly said they had the inside source that Rising's going to start. They needed to start. They've already lost once. If he's going to start at all for them, he can't sit in the game. They've already lost one.
It was announced that, but it was announced that he was starting.
They announced him 2 weeks ago was going to start too.
They did last week. He was going to start.
They did it all last year too. But I'm just saying realistically, if they still have a chance to win that conference. But if they're going to win the conference, he has to play. He has to. They're both 4-1. They're both 1-1. If he's not going to play now, redshirt.
Another one, yeah.
But for me, that's when you look Arizona State, they can throw the ball, completing 12.8 yards per completion. And guess what? Utah gives up 11.8 yards per completion. So Arizona State can throw through the air and be able to move it down the field. So give me Arizona State plus the points in that one.
There we go. This is according to National College Football Writer, and he was at Bet Bash. We sat through his conference there. Brett McMurphy. So Brett McMurphy confirmed that he'll start here with that hand issue. We'll see how that rolls on over to Jorge.
Man, I can't disagree more with Rod on this one. Arizona State. I mean, they're playing well. They got beat by Texas State. I mean, outplayed, not beat. They ended up winning the game, but they got outplayed. If you look over their last few games, they have found ways to win. Dillingham's done a good job and made it a competitive program without a doubt. But, in their last few games, they've given up 31 points to Kansas. They won. They lost to Texas Tech, who's a decent team, not great, giving up 30 points, gave up 28 points to Texas State. That ain't going to fly against Utah. And I'm going to go on of all these latest releases. And look, I'm looking at the line. If the odds makers really think Rising's coming back, that's why it went from 3.5 back up to 6. Arizona's defense is top tier. I think Utah. Utah's defense is the best in the conference. Even Wilson, who is actually Zach Wilson's little brother, Isaac Wilson, has played really well. I think ASU is an improved team. I don't think they're a top team in the Big 12, and I'm big on defense. So Utah still has one of the best defenses in the country. They have over these last few years. And I actually think they win the Big 12. So I'll lean. I don't like the number. I'm with Home Dogs on Rod on this one in almost all situations. But I think that defense is the best unit on the field.
All right. Yeah. I think BYU might have an argument of having the best defense in the Big 12, the way Utah's been playing. BYU. Maybe the best defense is in the state of Utah. When you look at BYU and Utah.
BYU just got there. Utah's had that defense.
Yeah, they've had it. That's for sure.
Let's see how it ends up at the end of the year. But, I like BYU this weekend. I think I love the BYU Jew at quarterback.
That's right. You said it from the get-go.
I said he was the best choice to have there, and he's been impressive. So
Yep. And of course, I was slided here because they were 20-1 to win the Big 12. They were the biggest long shot, and I let that get in my head for some reason. I went against them when I should have been on them. There's no doubt about that. Let's say hello to Mindy, what's going on?
Oh man, I mean, I kind of see this more like Rod does. I almost think this is going to be straight up upset today with Arizona State. You know, I don't know. Like, it's going to be interesting to see. Right? Last year it was all super one-sided, 55-3. But yet I think they're 4-1 here for a reason. Arizona State. I think they can make Utah be one-dimensional. Cam Rising might be rusty, even if he does come in. I feel like as long as Arizona State can kind of go ahead and crowd the middle, stop the run, I think they'll be okay in this game. And that's what I'm anticipating. Also know that a lot of people don't like to get beat up, 55-3 the year before, and they're playing better. So I think there's a little bit of motivation there today too. I'm going to go Arizona State, man. I'm going to play them on the money line.
There with Mindy, a money line dog there for you.
I'll book that. I'll book it.
Bravo. We got Jorge Gonzalez's book. We'll take it there. Check his lines. Make sure you get it to this number there.
I'll give you any number you want.
Sometimes you already show the card. Sometimes he'll shading the other way on his side. Be careful there. Let's say hello to Bo.
All right, man. I'm gonna look at that Maryland Northwestern game. I'm looking at the team total. Maryland right now is sitting at 27.5, around about that. This Northwestern team, man, has given up 83 points to the Big Ten. They just not doing well. They offense is struggling. And this guy, Billy Edwards for Maryland quarterback, I like the way he's been looking, completing 73% of his passes, 1,444 yards right now. I think they'll get over 30, man. So I like their team total over 27.5 in this slate right here. And for the UNLV game, I just like it over, man. But keep cashing over with them. We just saw Utah give up 62 points to Boise State. I think that UNLV can do the same, especially come off that loss. And also Utah State been putting up points too. They're putting up around about 29 over the last three games. Over and under hit by 66, 67.5. I like the over in that one. As far as the Utah game, I can rise and play. I think Utah will cover this 6-point spread. Like I say, Arizona State have been playing good, but I trust Utah defense, so I'll take Utah minus some points on the road.
Yeah, with Bo, I think about these games. I think Maryland will get this cover against Northwestern. Northwestern's offense is really bad. Boy, that game at Washington, 5 points, and those offensive numbers were just dreadful in that one. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I'm with Bo there. I like over in that UNLV-Utah State game. UNLV, as we know, with the quarterback change. And, it's not only mobile, but he's accurate. You just love those accurate mobile quarterbacks. Because back in the day, you ran the football and your accuracy went the other way. But we're seeing accuracy and mobility, and that's a great combination, especially in college football, man. That just drives defense nuts.
Most important, Tony, about UNLV, he gets Ricky White involved.
Oh, yeah.
Who's by far the best player on the team. You know what I mean? So, the last two quarterbacks that started for UNLV at the beginning of the year since Ricky White was there couldn't get him the ball the first 3 games of the year, and he ended up an All-American last year regardless. So it's on the same path again, and they're exciting to watch. And hey, they're not completely out of the playoffs if they can beat Boise State and dominate the rest of the way through, kind of like James Madison. They're not completely out of it either.
No, and of course they're still a path for these teams now with that with the 12-team playoff. I'm going to take the dog here with Arizona State here at that plus 5.5. Didn't look at the weather there in area. Last week it was a big deal because they played an late afternoon game and it was like 106 degrees, but it's going to be hot, right? So that will advantage there for this ASU team. And especially in the second half, especially these desert teams at this time of the year, they usually have an advantage in the second half, but that may be a second half play there with ASU. But in this one here, I'll look at the dog in this one with the home dog with the Arizona State. You look at these Utah when they're on the road against these really with the good rushing defenses. Arizona State allows they allow less than 120 yards rushing per game. Utah against teams like this on the road 0-5 to the spread. So I'll look to take the points in this spot. All right, let's continue here on Tony's Picks Morning Show with you every day here, guys. 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, get notified when we go live. All right, let's continue on here on the show as we're getting ready to move on over to the baseball game today. It's the big one. The winner will play the Mets on Sunday, and it will be Dodgers and Padres. We got Darvish and Yamamoto. It looks to be here Dodgers favorite $1.32. Total sits between 7.5. There are some 8s in some places. There it does seem to be moving over to the 8s now. So keep an eye there on the total. Let's get started here with Rod.
Yeah, you look at these this contest here, winner take all, and Darvish's been pitching well. You look at what Yamamoto's been doing, not bad, but you got to kind of give the edge to the Padres in that one, pitchers wise. But I'm going to look at it a different way. I'm going to take the total. I like the over 8. I think we see some runs in this one. You look at Darvish's last 7 road contests in the playoffs, 7-0 to that over. Well, you look at Yamamoto, anytime the total's been between 7 and 8.5 at home this season, he's 10-1 to that over. So both pitchers trend to the over here. I think that both these offenses are going to leave it all hanging out on the table and ready to go. So give me the over 8. I don't see it a low pitchers duel like some people do. I like the bats to be flying, the balls to go out. Jorge will tell us what the weather is there shortly. So he's up next. Tell us what the weather is.
All right.
I'm completely on the opposite side of that. This is basketball. This is hockey. This is baseball. When you get to Game 7, there's nothing but nerves. The crowd's on their feet the whole time. Everyone's going to be going crazy. And Darvish's pitcher, right? Actually, he got cranked the last time he was in a
yes, World Series 2017. Yeah, I remember that one very well.
Yeah, no, and you know what? I just don't see the bats flying off of this. Again, and I might be cynical on this. I have a lean. I'm not big on it. Definitely not. I don't think I'm going to get to the window with it, but I might. Because there's just too much minus juice on it. But yeah, Dodgers bats just they woke up last game. Again, I think taking we discussed this off air. Taking Freeman out of the lineup was huge. Him out there hurt does not help them. It actually helped them lose one of the games earlier in the series with this throwing error when they lost by a run. He needs to be healthy out there. He needs to be playing. I don't know. Yamamoto got cranked last time. 8's a lot of runs now. It's kind of funny that they put it up there. If this was 7, I'd say, yeah, you know what? Maybe they'll get across that number. But if they're going to leave it at 8 or higher, I'll lean to the under. I'm not going to be big on that. And yeah, I will check on the weather on that one, Rod. I haven't checked it yet, but I'm going to check it right now.
It should be warmer weather out here, but remember it's a 5:00 start today for some reason.
80 degrees and the wind is blowing out 92 to your favor, Rod.
Yeah,
I see that.
And hot. So yeah, that is favorable to the over.
8 Eastern. It's 5:00 local, and I've said this before. It doesn't matter what time they start these games. People who can afford these tickets write their own schedule, so it really doesn't matter. The blue collar guys
show up in the second inning and they leave in the 8th.
Not anymore. Not anymore. That went out since they raised the ticket prices. That's not that. That was more the case in 80s, 90s. These people show up right on time because they like drinking. You walk in there's so many bars every place, So they get there pretty early now. Because
I'm sure they've already pre-draked a couple of it too there, Tony, before they get into the stadium. We've had a couple pre-drinks, maybe a little dinner going.
Well, you saw what happened with the crowd yesterday. They drink more in the stadium than I've ever seen. And they get there early because, again, like I said, the blue-collar guys have been priced out. So these are people that write their own schedule. I'm going to leave early today. I don't have to check in with anybody.
Hey, Tony, wait a minute. So most of the time I've gone to the Dodger Stadium. I've had tickets, and they've been cool and excellent seats. One time I was doing a sports talk radio show, and we sponsored a bus ride
to a
Dodger game.
Yeah.
So they gave us all seats in that upper deck. Let me tell you something. You don't go to Dodger Stadium and wear the other team's colors in the upper deck. You want to talk about a scary crowd? I mean, you don't even think about it. That is just not a place to go for general admission. I don't know if you've been up there, Tony, but you better.
No. It's anything blue and higher. You sit below blue. Sit below blue. That's the rule of Dodger Stadium. Sit below blue. The lower to the field level. That's it. Other than that, forget it. Yeah, you forget it. You're like at a drunken bar. It's like a drunken bar at 1 a.m. and nobody goes home. That's kind of like it was when it's like a drunken bar there at 1 a.m. They're hammered right when they get there. I mean, it's just like it's a matter of how many bars you see when you walk into that ballpark. It's crazy. And they ban tailgating. There's police out there that
Oh no! What?
Yeah, they're right there with the
What are you
tickets.
talking about?
They're driving around in their golf. They're
Yeah.
driving around in their golf carts, and if they see even a splash of beer, boom, they're going to cite you right there.
Yeah.
They don't mess around over
Wow.
there. You know.
Well, they killed that Giants fan.
Geez.
Yeah, I know. Well, that one he had it coming. He had it coming. All right, let's.
Wow, that's cold blooded, Tony.
I'm just saying, you know,
No Dodgers fan.
what are you going to go out there and instigate people like that? That's crazy. You know,
You're into the Giants stuff too. Yeah, that's.
You know, I'm not saying it was right to do that, but you know, he shouldn't be doing what he's doing. What are you asking for, man? Going in there like that.
Provoke the mob, right? Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good plan. Yeah, provoke the mob. Yeah, see how that goes. Yeah, usually not so good.
Yeah, he provoked them. That wasn't a smart thing to do. All right, let's go on over to Mindy.
So if I spend like $108 in KC for a 6-pack, what is it in LA?
Oh goodness! I mean, the beers are now $20.
Yeah, it's horrible here in Vegas with the new stadiums, the Legion, and even the hockey stadium, dude. It's 13. I think it's 13, 15. If it's an import, it's like $18 for.
And at least I get like the 40 ounces in the Midwest. I don't know what's going on probably out there.
It's very expensive here.
But
$18.
guys,
$18 in Rogers Center at the Oilers game. It's $18 for a beer
everywhere.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So that's why they do all the
remember,
pre-gaming.
it's $18 Canadian, so American. You got to look at the conversion rate. It might be around instead of about $13, $14.
$14.
So.
That's hard work this early in the morning. But I love you, Darvish. You guys, I love you. All the time. He's my favorite guy on the Padres. Has been for a while. Kept the Dodgers down here. Less than 1 run this season. You got Yamamoto. Hasn't been great at all. That 15 ERA is. Not looking too hot out there right now. I think I'm going to take the plus money. I feel like the Dodgers just kind of let one go again. Unfortunately, I do like to root for them one day in the World Series.
There we go. With Minnie, we move on over to Bo.
Well, I'm gonna take the Dodgers, man. You know, momentum means a lot to me. I feel like San Diego let it get away from me in the last game. Looking like the Dodgers gonna have their bullpen by committee starting. If they do that, I think even if Yamamoto get hit up a little bit, man, they're going to bring in every arm that's available. They're not going to lose this game, guys. Give me the Dodgers on the money line to make it.
Do you have your Dodgers hat on?
No, it's the Mavericks.
Mavericks.
It's Mavericks time. Yeah, Mavericks. Yep. They had two injuries already.
I thought he'd have his Yankees hat on. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Dodgers, no Yankees. No. Not doing it. Not putting the hat on.
Dude, not gonna put the hat on today. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there with the over in this one too, with LA, with the rod there with Dodgers and Padres. I think the Pats will come. They'll show up in this game because they have to show up for this game because you need runs to win in baseball. And sometimes it's the runs that get the momentum. Right? Dodgers got out to that early lead, and they needed to. Well, Cease. I mean, listen. One thing we haven't said here is the fact that Darvish is going on 3 days rest. That to me is the key. We saw what happened to Cease. You don't want to, again, Shills. I love Shills. I think St. Louis, well, we saw what happened to St. Louis when they fired him, right? I mean, and we saw what happened to them. It's the fans aren't showing up. They fired the GM, and I like Shills, and he's done a good job with the Padres, but I only question this one move is pitching these guys on 3 days rest. Cease and now Darvish on 3 days rest. I think that's the key. We're going to see Darvish on 3 days rest, and I think the Dodgers get to him. And I think the Dodgers, again, have a chance to get a lead, and the Padres fight back. I think the team that falls behind is going to fight back in this game. So,
you guys got
Homer pick.
Yeah, it's an over. It's an over.
Okay.
But if I had to pick a side, it would be LA. What do you got, Roger?
I
had to say that because you guys
I got 4 lead changes in this game. How's that?
4.
Wow.
4 lead changes.
Hey man, I don't know. I'll tell you what's going to be with the whole point of this game, the 50-50 season. The reason Ohtani came over, the modern day Babe Ruth, he's going to have to prove it in this game.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Padres walk him.
He's legit. It's kind of hard to go against him on that.
I wouldn't pitch to him at all, ever.
I think they can walk him like they did to Judge last night. They're just going to walk him instead. It's probably safer. As a Padres guy, I would walk him. It's serious. You're
going to walk him off the game? That's like giving up a double.
Yeah,
it is. It is. You give a leadoff single right off the hat. Do they think they do it? I think they do. I really do. You gonna pitch to him? Yeah,
I don't know if they'll do the first at bat, but I agree with you. I think they'll avoid him at all costs if they can.
Yep.
They're not going to throw him a lot outside. They definitely won't give him. He'll have to reach for something if he wants to hit it.
LA's hitting 286 over the past 7. Interesting here, San Diego 5-1 to the over in Darvish's 6 road starts. LA 10-1 to the over in Yamamoto's 11 home starts. So that's a big one there. Of course, the Padres 34-24 to the over against right-handed starters. And of course, the Dodgers 27-13 at home to the over in their past 40 there. Somebody was asked about that stat site. It used to be the Fox Sheets. Now it's Stat Sharp there. That used to be with DRF. DRF just they don't know how to run a sports site. Sorry. They had to shut that down. But the owners of the software ran in and opened up their own. That's how that rolls. So I'll look at the over in that one, and Dodgers and the Padres in this one. Yes, it is that much for a ticket. It is that much. Look at that, $35K. The dugout seats there that are usually about 500 to 600 a game on regular season. Now $35K.
Wow.
This Yankees Mets. Or Yankees and
Dodgers
Mets. Oh yeah, they all want to be there. And there's no doubt about that. It's going to be an expensive ticket right now. And of course, if it's like I said, if it is Mets and Dodgers, and if it's Yankees and Dodgers, that may be $100K for the World Series. That may be $100K there. Incredible stuff. All right, let's continue on here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. We got to the sports. We're going to hit NHL, so that means we're going to say goodbye to Jorge because he's an NHL guy. All right, so let me know what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks. We're heading to a big weekend of college football, NFL, and more. What do you got for sale?
I'm going to have a college play up today. I'll have it up here by 8 o'clock, and I'll maybe do a 3-pack. We'll see if I get to this baseball game. I'm surprised the Dodgers are favored by as much as they are without even putting a pitcher up there. So at least I have a college game up, and I'll definitely have some plays up for the weekend and some NFL games up as well.
That's right, guys. Get up with Jorge over at Tony's Picks. Look at the great results here from Jorge, over nearly 2,300 units of profit, all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. So get on board. And remember that promo code here, Tony T, will save you 15% off all packages. So no better time to get on long-term pass. I know you guys like that 3-day pass on the weekend with that Friday, Saturday action coming in. You'll get covered to NFL, college football, and more. So get on board with Jorge over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, Jorge.
Thank you, Tony. Have a winning day, you guys.
Have a winning day.
Jorge.
Jorge here on Tony's Picks Morning Show. All right, let's continue on here. Yes, the season ticket won't pay a reduced price than that. That's no doubt about that.
Are you going to go? Are you going?
No, I'm not going. It starts too early. It's like 1 hour after I finish drive-through. There's no way I'll get there in time.
Rob, are you going to do drive-through so Tony can go to the game?
No. It's 5 o'clock.
I would, but I don't know how that would go over. So
that's right. That's the thing. I don't make the call. I don't make the call on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I will get the call if I make the call. You know how that is.
We don't want that. We don't want that.
You can do it live from Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, I could. If I would have done something earlier, that takes not for a playoff game might be tough, but I'm sure.
It would be awesome.
Out there. I mean, I'm seeing with the podcast, I'm seeing these podcasts with very few followers interviewing Dave Roberts, interviewing players. I mean, it's like incredible. So they're pulling some of these podcasts now. These guys are going on all over all these shows. It's funny.
That's right.
All right. That's right. All right. We got 4 games. Hockey will knock them out in one here. Lightning, Hurricanes, Blackhawks, Jets, Blues, Golden Knights, Flyers, Canucks. I know some of you folks that may have been. I know yesterday was a challenge of the drive to because not everybody's ready in hockey yet. It's such an early season, so we'll just wipe it out here on one swing. Lightning, Hurricanes, Blackhawks, Jets, Blues, Golden Knights, Flyers, Canucks tonight in hockey. I'm glad they gave us a late night game, 2 late night games tonight. We'll get started with Rod.
For me, I'm going to give you. I like 2 here in the spot that I like. Should put this in as a little 2-teamer for you guys here. We're going to go with the Jets at home. Yeah, get your pants. Write it down. Here's the first leg of the teamer. We're going to go with the Winnipeg Jets here at home. Their home opener. You've seen what the Jets did to the Oilers. And, yeah, the Oilers didn't look good. And at home in their home opener, man, that Jets team's going to be flying. You got to remember, this Jets team was 3rd in the league last year with points-wise. They had a great regular season. This is a really good hockey team. I put them in the top 5. They're going to be right there, ready to battle to win the Central again. Taking on the Blackhawks team. And the Blackhawks team, they're still rebuilding. Young, ready to go. Take the Winnipeg Jets. They easily, you got to remember, they also have the reigning Vezina winner in Hellebuck in goal for the Jets. in that one as well. And then the other one, you got to go with Vegas. St. Louis just battled the Sharks. They almost lost to them again. They needed overtime to get the win. They won
last I
5-4.
looked, it was like 4-2 or something. I was like,
yeah, they were down 4-1 at one point. Where the Blues, the Sharks, and it was like, oh, here we go again. And then all of a sudden they came roaring back, and they got the win 5-4. And now you have to fly into Vegas and take on Vegas. We see what Vegas did to Colorado. They scored 8. What are they going to do to St. Louis here? You're going to have Hofer and that going for the Blues. Not going to be pretty for the Blues in this one on the second half of a back-to-back coming into Vegas. Take the Vegas Golden Knights in the puck line. Little two-teamer. Jets puck line, Vegas Knights puck line.
There from Rod. We move on over to Mindy.
So, Rod, I was a Edmonton Oilers fan growing up because I played Blades of Steel on Nintendo, and that was my favorite team, and I loved Wayne Gretzky at the time. So I've always rooted for them, and I haven't given up. Unlike you,
I didn't give up. We slow starters. But at 650 to miss the playoffs, I had to put a sprinkle. I'm sorry. It's the real happiness. Sometimes you got to bet against your team to be happy. If they win, you're even more happy. If you lose, hey, you're still happy because you're.
I understand.
Stanley Cup losing hangover.
That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. And then they did the opening, and they were looking like deers in headlights and going, "Why are we here? We don't like this. This is awful." It's like I said when they did the Jets all in pre-morning skate. Everybody's in. We're doing a practice. The Oilers were, we're just optional today. Optional.
Well, I had to go ahead and get you all fired up this morning.
Yeah, again. They came in.
I feel like your blood pressure's rising.
I know, right? I can rant about the Oilers for hours. So I'll continue.
So that's a sign that maybe they're going to go easy on the guys. Yeah, you got us to the Cup last year. We're going to go easy on you this year.
But I love the Hurricanes today. I think they got the scoring depth, what they need. I'm with you. I like the Jets here. I'll take them minus 1.5. I like the Golden Knights minus 1.5. I said losing to the Blues. LOL was one of my notes. So it's one of those. I think they got their name circled right here. Canucks. I'm going to go ahead and take them today. I don't think we have much on the Flyers yet. I like the Canucks, and my friend Billy, he is the recruiter out there for the Canucks, so I always root for them as well. And they've been doing pretty well over the last couple of years. They just got to score lots of goals.
Yeah, with Mindy, our friend Robert Martin is going to the Jets game for the Winnipeg area, so I'm sure they'll have a good time there.
Nice.
Tonight. Let's move on over to Bo.
Hey man, I'm gonna take that under in the Lightning game. I think we got 2 great goalies in that one, so under 6.5. I like Winnipeg. We're gonna full sweep on that one, guys. I like Vancouver to bounce back off that bad loss. Let's go with Vegas, man, to get it done on the puck line.
Yeah, from Bo. All right, we got you through the hockey here, and of course, it's time for our Parlay peripheral segment where the cappers can give out a pick from an upcoming game, could be NFL college football, or they can give us a player prop, team prop, or a parlay from today's game. Let's get started here with Rod. You're on mute, Rod.
Muted. As the little thing came up, I see me talking, and all of a sudden this thing popped up and said, "Your mic is muted." And I was like, it must knew I was blabbling away. So, anyways, we're going to go to a football game north of the border football, Canadian football.
Let's go.
Toronto Argonauts taking on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers have been hot. Got to be the hottest team in the CFL right now, but not so fast. I think they're fat and happy and quite happy where they've been doing. And it's one of those things when they whoop a team, like they whooped the Elks last time out, they whooped them. It wasn't even close. They don't fare so well. And they lose outright.
Elks, though, is it?
They lose outright. So I'm going to take the Toronto Argonauts here. You can take the +4 if you want, because I think it's going to be a close game. But I'm going to take the Toronto Argonauts to outright the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in this one. I think Winnipeg comes in. This is a flat spot that they definitely won't be up for. We know it's a Winnipeg, but I like Toronto here to come into Winnipeg and get the job done. Give me the Argos. Argos!
Here we go with Rod CFL on over to Mindy.
Let's do a little 2-teamer in college football tonight. I'm going to go with Maryland. We talked about it. Wildcats are terrible pretty much at everything. Can't run the ball, can't throw the ball, can't do nothing. So let's go ahead and take Maryland. I like them just at the -10. And I like UNLV laying those points. We kind of talked about that yesterday. I'll take the minus, 5.5, -6. Anytime I'm going up against an ex-Iowa quarterback, of course, I'm taking UNLV. So let's do a 2-teamer right there.
There you go, against their 2-teamer. Move on over to Bo.
All right, man. I like the Dodgers to cancel out Padres tonight, and I'm gonna take them and pair them up with the Maryland minus that 10, man. I like Maryland win big, so I'm giving the Dodgers money line, pair them up with Maryland minus 10. Just cash that 2-team parlay.
And I know Bo's been hot on these. He's given out like his last 3. I know 1 cash straight up.
Get it?
Right?
Yes.
That's right.
Bo's been hot there with those. I will give you here college football for Saturday. I'm going to go ahead and take Oregon here plus the points. And what I like in this spot is that I think Ohio State's going to have issues with this Oregon speed. We saw that in 2021 when Oregon went up there and upset the Buckeyes. And I just think that, it's tough for these teams that don't see Oregon a lot, and they come out and play in that stadium, which is a fast field. And I just think that the issue here is trying to manage that speed of the Oregon Ducks. I mean, they got speed everywhere. Offense, defense, special teams, even special teams they could run off on you. So I would be very careful for Oregon on those punts. Probably kick them out of bounds if you're special teams. You don't think they're in that shape to run at that sprinter speed like we see from Oregon. That's what they do. They recruit their playmakers, but they've got that speed. I think Ohio State will have difficulty managing that speed. It's that trouble spot. The Big Ten team going up there, and I think we saw that situation there with Michigan. We saw with USC going east twice. So we'll look at taking the points there with Oregon. All right, we got you through that parlay peripheral segment. Now it's time to find out what the cappers have for sale. We're heading into a big weekend here at Tony'sPicks.com with a lot of sports overlapping. We got the NHL starting. The NBA returns tomorrow, right? They're tweaking the schedule Thursday, Saturday instead of the Friday, Sunday here. So tomorrow we got the W back in action. NHL, of course, college football, NFL. Let's take a look at Rod, who's having a great 2024. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
They changed the WNBA. I thought it was Sunday.
I thought
I really did. I thought it was Sunday.
Oh, you thought it was? Oh, yeah.
I thought it was Sunday.
Let's check. I thought it was.
I'm looking at it. It says Sunday here.
Sunday? Okay. I'm on
Sunday.
I got it.
3 p.m.
All right. It's Sunday. Okay.
And I got it opened at 7.5 already. So, where bookmakers are thinking that. I think you poked the bear, the Lynx did. So watch out.
Oh, yeah. So they're going to be mad tomorrow, Rod.
We're going to be mad. So, anyways, what I got going on over at Tony's Picks, nice 3-1 day in football. So definitely it's a loaded football weekend as always. I'm going to have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, at least 13 college football plays. And, me, at least 6 or 7 NFL plays. And we continue to roll along in the football. So your best bet this weekend. I will have my Steak Friday going up momentarily. I also have my 10-star play of the day going as well. But the best bet is do it. Find something long-term. Join me for the weekend. Grab that 3-day pass, and let's have a massive weekend of football. And then I'll throw in some hockey in there. And we got another baseball game going tomorrow. We got the W on Sunday. So lots of sports action. Instead of buying all these picks individually, it's better to join something long-term. Also take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional and pair me up with any one of the other hot handicappers you see here at Tony's Picks. Let's get it. Big weekend loaded.
Big weekend loaded. Got more with Rod over at Tony's Picks. And let's keep an eye here on what we got with Mindy having a great NFL year this year. You can see the great numbers for Mindy. What do you have going over at the side?
Yeah, again, like Rod says, if the games are there, they fit my model, then they come out to you. They get played, right? So again, we've always talked about it. If you're here for the weekend, get the 3-day pass. It's going to be the most beneficial to you rather than getting those plays one by one. But otherwise, hey, if you've already have your, slate out there for the morning, we got you covered in the afternoon and in the evening. So we go ahead and put those up by time for you as well. So I'll always have a 3-pack for you in the late night games, the afternoon. So you can always go ahead and check me out there. But yeah, agreed. I think Breonna Taylor missing that free throw is going to leave a bad taste in her mouth. So look out for the Liberty. They might win by 20 next time, but it's going to be a good one. That's for sure. I'll be in on the NHL probably next week. I like to get some data, gather some stats before we go all in. So I am ready to go. NFL is going to be a fun one for sure. So check it out on Sunday.
That's right. I'm with Mindy over at Tony's Picks. See the great results from Mindy. And get on her one of those long-term passes. Let's take a look at Bo here, see what he's got going over at Tony'sPicks.com. We got coming off a reg day yesterday, a 4-0 day. Great start here for this football weekend. What do you got going over at the site?
Yeah, like everybody said, man, the best thing to get right now, that 3-day pass. We got some UFC coming up. I'm very selective, but I do put those in. Hockey plays, be uploaded. Big slate on Saturday. I already have about 7 plays. I already got a couple plays locked in the NFL Sunday. So, guys, make sure to jump over there, man. Get this money with us. Say that 15%. You code Tony T at checkout. And like we always say, guys, them late scene plays, I put in those as well. That's one of my favorite options on the site, man. So you get that long-term pass. You get those right to your email box. Let's get this money.
That's right. Get money with Bo. Great start to the weekend. Football weekend with Bo. A big 4-0 day yesterday. Getting up with that long-term pass. You guys love that 3-day pass here on the Friday. It's a great value there over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right. I've got the best bet on the board right now at Tony's Picks, as well as a 3-pack. So they're bundled together. So don't buy both. Buy one or the other. I got a 3-pack here with baseball as well as college football. And, of course, we talk about that long-term pass. Great value there. And they use the promo code Tony T at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. Late steam plays for all long-term subscribers. When you those plays, we allow our cappers to post plays between 10 minutes and 2 hours before start time. And those games are emailed directly to your inbox. And we rate them here as late steam plays as well. You can track those results over on our leaderboard at the bottom of the homepage. And, of course, great value there. Of course, any one-day pass is profit guaranteed, meaning they must turn a profit or the amount purchased will be credited back to your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee here. So get on board here at the Tony's Picks channel. You'll at our Tony's Picks website. Click the link in the description. That will take you right to the page at Tony'sPicks.com. And, of course, use that promo code to save that 15% off the promo code Tony T. All right. Before we let you guys go, do we have any closing thoughts from anyone before we wrap up the show for today?
Hey, man, like and subscribe to the channel, man. We do videos every day. Got them NFL coming in the strong form, guys. So make sure you like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate y'all support, man. Let's get it.
Yeah, indeed. I know you've got content up there as well. We just filmed that college football show Thursday night. It's up there right now, Rod.
Yeah, definitely go check out that college football show. You can see the same cast of characters here. We did 10 games, and then everybody picked one they liked. So definitely go check out that the college rundown show here at Tony's Picks. It's up there for you to have a look at. And then, like I said, I got you covered in short form for any hockey you're looking for. And then go check out Stevens. He's got some hockey there as well. So even Mindy's got her videos going. Tony's always got you covered in videos. All of us here on the screen that you see got you covered in some sort of video form over at Tony's Picks. Go check them out. We love getting you winners and making you money. Let's have a big weekend, everybody.
That's right. That's right. So get a big weekend coming up. Video series from all the cappers to see here. Go over our channel and make sure you like and subscribe. Set those notifications so you're notified when we get those picks out to you. And, of course, we're back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time with our college football, with our Tony's Picks morning show. We'll cover college football and we'll cover NHL, and there will be a baseball game tomorrow. That's right. We have another game. Guardians and Tigers. Guardians and Tigers.
I can't say go Royals.
They've gone home.
I can't say go Royals no more.
No, you can't say go Royals. They've gone home.
I know. Way to break it to me, Tony.
Yes. Well, the bats. It's funny because we thought the bullpen would be the that let them down. It was the bats at the end of the day. The pitching really came through.
That's right. The bats got cold there last month of the season. Ultimately,
that's what went down there with the Royals. Good season for the Royals. We'll see what they do next season as they reload for the upcoming season. It looks like Minnesota's Twins are going to sell, so that might hurt the Royals' chances to get a new owner over there because they are so upset in Minnesota. Wow, that's what's going on over there. And so check us out again tomorrow, live 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. This big college football card will have coverage for you here as well. Baseball and NHL. We got that. We have our first big card, Ron. We have our first card tomorrow, big card in NHL tomorrow, right?
Loaded. I think it's not the biggest.
He's not sleeping tonight at all.
Was it 14? 14 tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I saw that there. Woo.
I think it's 14. The biggest cards usually you'll get some days where there's 16 on that Saturday, so it's coming. Don't worry, those days are 4, 8, 12,
yes.
Yeah, 14. 14.
That's right.
Normal.
That's
normal. Nothing I haven't been to. You know how many hockey games there are in a season, in the regular season? You got to think
Like
32.
3,000.
32. No, too many. A little lower.
If I track the money line, the puck line, and the totals, it's about that.
2,624 hockey videos to cover
Ooh.
every single game on every team going in a season. So 2,600 hockey videos. So 2,624 shorts. We've got a few down. Still probably a good 2,500 or so to go.
There we go. We got him down. So check out the site, Rod Shorts over Tony's Picks. And we're just 5 days away when he can go longer than a minute on those things. So he'll be ready to roll there.
You should see some of these retakes. You start going on, and I look up, and then I was like, "Oh man, that's like at 45 seconds. I only got one side of the thing done. Like this is gonna work." Go again.
Don't worry, Rob. We're not just a few more days of having to go through that. All right, that's going to do it for the Tony's Picks Morning Show. We're back again tomorrow. We're going to wait. Goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning day. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.
Hey, peace, everybody.